Have you ever put something in your ears and just stopped what you're doing? That's exactly what happened to me with the Unique Melody Stardust. I'm sitting here at my desk on the Gold Coast, editing away, music on, these in my ears. I've literally had moments where I've just leaned back in the chair and gone, hang on, what was that? Because these guys are not doing what normal earbud stuff do. Hi everyone, Andy here from Mr. UXUE. Unique Melody sent these over, and I've been living with them for the last few weeks. At the desk editing, on the lounge in the evening, and sitting outside with the beach in front of me, just properly listening to music. I want to talk about them in plain language, because this is a different world to your normal earbuds. And I don't want this turning into one of those IEM reviews where everyone gets lost in the first 2 minutes. So in this review, I'm going to go through what the Unique Melody Stardust actually is. The design, the fit, the titanium shell, the cable, what source you need to run them properly, and most importantly, the sound. The bass, the mids, the highs, the staging, the layering, and how these compare, in my mind, to the Unique Melody UXUE, which I reviewed previously and I really liked. And by the end, I'll ask a big question. Should you actually buy the Unique Melody Stardust? And if you do, are they the right kind of IEM for you? Now guys, if you're watching this and thinking, Andy, I don't even know what IEM is, don't worry guys. The simple version is, these are not your everyday earbuds. They're there for when you actually want to sit down and listen properly. These are IEM, in-ear monitors. Not AirPods, not wireless earbuds, not something you just chuck in the gym and forget about it. These are the sort of earphones musicians wear on stage to hear their own mix properly, and the Stardust is a serious one. Inside each, you've got 6 drivers, 2 dynamic drivers doing the low-end work, and 4 balanced armature drivers, handling the mids and highs. In plain language, guys, this means one type gives you that deep physical bass, and the other is for fast, precise, and brilliant detail. They also come with a 4.4 millimeter balanced cable, which is just here, which means they want a proper source behind them. Not just some weak little phone output, a proper DAC or amp if you want to hear what they actually do. I'll come back to that shortly, guys, because it really matters. Now, I reviewed the Unique Melody UXUE on the channel before, and I genuinely loved it. That was a set that made me take Unique Melody seriously. The Stardust feels like the one that takes things to another level. And also guys, if you want to check these out, there's links in the description, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel, it really helps. Anyway, let's get into it. So out of the box, the first thing that hit me with the Stardust was just how different it looks from most IEMs I've had in my hands. A lot of earphones at this level try to look polished, glossy, flashy, almost jewelry-like. The Stardust doesn't do that at all. Unique Melody has used a raw titanium shell and left it unpolished. So instead of looking smooth and shiny, it has the industrial cosmetic sort of texture. That really does make it feel special. It looks serious, it looks deliberate, and when you first pick them up, you really do just sit there and look at them for a second. You can also feel the weight in them as well. They really are very well designed, and they're very durable as well. The case itself is clean and compact. Now I've been calling it kind of like a mushroom case, because exactly what it is, and the cable is the tune wire, which you can see just there. Now it feels like it belongs with the IEM. Nice in the hand, no annoying tangling, no cheap feel, and visually, it all fits together really well. And guys, that's something that matters to me as well. If you're spending money on a premium IEM, you want the whole thing to feel considered, not just the sound, but also the build and the finish. Now fit is a big part of the story, and as you can see, it's got nice long nozzles there as well. So what that means is they give a deeper fit when you put them on. Now, when you put them on as well, they fit over the ear just like this. So you put them over your ear there, and they fit into the ear as well. So it gives a nice deep fit. And because they sit over the ear, it fits very, very well as well. Now you've got different size earbuds you guys can use as well, depending on what you want to use with them. So there's a fit, and see how well they fit into the ears just then as well. And the cable just hangs down.
Now, how about the beach? The great thing is you can use the Unique Melody Stardust with a portable DAC. You can then use it out and about. So you can use it at the beach, walking around, still capture the great sound. So there it is in my ears. And as you can see, I'm using it while I'm sitting on the beach, relaxing, enjoying the weather on the lovely Gold Coast.
Now, how about the sound with this? Because it's the most important thing. And guys, I want to keep it in plain language because I know audio reviews can disappear into jargon very quickly. Now, you guys know I use my earbuds, headphones out a lot. So I've been doing different scenarios. So I've been sitting at my desk editing, on a lounge in the evening, and outside on the Gold Coast doing things in front of me. And this is kind of how I found them. They don't feel like they're adding extra warmth to flatter everything. They don't feel like they're boosting parts of the sound to make every track immediately feel bigger. They show what's there. So a well-rounded record track sounds incredible on these. A poor track gets exposed pretty quickly. That's really the character of the Stardust to me. It's not trying to romance the music, it's trying to show it to you properly. So the bass is the first thing I want to talk about. The bass on the Unique Melody Stardust is deep, controlled, and beautifully textured. These two dynamic drivers are doing the real work here. You've got one handling sub bass and one handling bass. And what that means in real life, guys, is the low end feels separated, deliberate, and well behaved. It goes low, it has real presence, and you can feel it physically, but it never gets sloppy. Now that's what impresses me as well, because a lot of gear can give you bass, but not everything can give you the bass that feels deep and satisfying without kind of smearing everything else. The Stardust does that really well. So if you want massive bloat over the top bass every 5 seconds, it's probably not for you, but if you want bass done properly with control and quality, then Stardust is perfect. Now also about source as well, you want a proper source behind them. If you run Stardust off something weak and basic, you're not hearing what they can do. Once you give them a proper DAC and amp, the whole thing opens up. The bass tightens and the sound becomes more alive. So source matters very much here, guys. Now how about the mids? Well, this is where the Stardust really won me over. This is where the voices are live and these handle them beautifully. I was sitting at my desk editing with music on, and I kept having those little moments where I just stopped because a vocal line or an instrument just sounded exactly right. Male vocals sound natural, female vocals sound natural. It feels quite good. And that's honestly my strongest thing about the Unique Melody Stardust. It doesn't just feel like it's trying to wow you with fake drama. It gives you really clean, believable mids that let the music breathe. For example, instruments. Instruments sound like instruments. Voices sound like voices. And when you've got IEM doing that while also keeping the bass that controlled, it is something special. And now a lot of music is made just off the shelf. This is very customized. And the highs are also really well judged. I'd say they're detailed without becoming harsh, and that's an important balance. A lot of IEMs can sound impressive at first because they throw a lot of treble at you, but after a while you get tired and want to break. The Stardust doesn't do that. So I could turn these up, sit outside with a beach, and top end still sounds great. Cymbals sound right, hi-hats have presence, there's air and space around instruments. And that's the kind of detail that it has in the Soundstage. And then there's staging and layering. And this is honestly where Stardust starts to separate itself. In plain language, staging is how big the sound feels around you. On the Unique Melody Stardust, both are really impressive. Had a few moments sitting outside on the Gold Coast listening to tracks I know inside out, and I could hear individual elements sitting in their own distinct space in a way that genuinely just stopped and made me listen. The IEM disappears. Now coming from the Unique Melody UXUE, which I genuinely liked a lot, this feels like a real step up precision, resolution, and space. The UXUE was one that got me into Unique Melody properly. The Stardust feels more serious, more revealing. And that's not saying the UXUE, guys, is not bad, and this is good. It just, UXUE kind of introduced me to it, and the Stardust really took it up level to understanding kind of the music in more detail. So guys, this isn't for everyone as well. These are IEM earphones. Now basically what that means is it gives you a lot of honesty and precision that is genuinely rare at this price. But if you love warmth, lushness, and that rich, forgiving sort of tuning, there are other IEMs that may have more direction. But if you want detail, separation, control, precision, and a feeling of hearing deeper into recording, then the Stardust is exceptional as well. And guys, that's why I've been coming back to Unique Melody all the time. You know, using different types of sound all the time, it really is great to get a different type of soundstage and not to have everything so simple all the time. So guys, all in all, should you buy it? Well, I think if you're looking for a serious IEM and you've got a proper source to run it from, and you want something that's genuinely revealing, precise, and beautifully built, then yes, the Unique Melody Stardust is worth it. But if you're looking for like earbuds or headphones, something to use out at the beach, this is not the one. I do a lot of tests, guys. I didn't do this at the moment because I did it at my home studio, but these aren't designed for gym. They're designed for audiophiles and people that really love music. And if you want to check them out, check the links in the description below. You can see pricing and purchase option. And if you want to see my Unique Melody UXUE review as well, I'll also link that so you can see that as well. So you can have a look at both of them and compare which one you want. Guys, if you like this video as well, hit like, subscribe, and notification bell to be updated on all new videos coming out. But guys, we love testing new headphones and earbuds. I love listening to Unique Melody Stardust. Anyway, I'm gonna listen to some music now, tune out, but thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.